Mouses have wee-wees?
And 2 eyes.
Dude, don't spit.
Okay.
Really?
No, I spit on my brother.
Yikes.
Yeah, that whole, brother thing. I mean,
No.
what?
Gross.
He's Kevin. So,
Okay.
Kevin.
Gross, how can you be that stupid?
No, you're a dork. You're psychotic.
You want to do that interview?
I don't want to talk.
Wednesday? Tuesday?
Dude. You slapped a fish. You punched it. Why would you hit it?
I wanted to make some seafood.
That's so loserly.
What'd you have for dinner?
Just leftover piece of cake.
Cake? Wow. How dare you? Did you finish it? Cake's my most bestest creation. Why'd you eat it?
It's 1 piece. Ever seen a girl's tongue?
Yeah, it's wet and smells so bad.
That's just stupid.
Not if she eats cheese or an egg.
Enough said.
Where's the Chinese food?
And welcome to Shoutout 18! Yo! In the studio tonight, Jimmy Scavenger?
You almost called me Jimmy fucking Savile then.
Jimmy Scavenger is in the building.
The evening.
This is not a good start to the evening. Okay, so that was bad lip reading as an intro. I hope your Tuesday's going really, really well. I want to thank everybody who put into the shout out this week because it is on YouTube and we moved over from Facebook because it looks like that's the way everything is going now and everybody's off Facebook, which is great. So yeah, it all worked absolutely smoothly. We've got 80 odd comments there. A few were right on, you know. I'm really shocked. I thought there was going to be like half the amount of tracks usually and not many people were going to move over, but it went as smooth as can be. So we are going to rock into the first video of the YouTube shout out, and that is Natchkind. So if you guys watch that, and I'll endeavour to sort some levels out because blatantly it's going to need...
It always does.
Yep. Yeah, full there. Okay, so welcome to a fresh shout out for the URL, shoutout 18. It looks like we should move this to YouTube permanently because there are a few people that aren't on Facebook that can't put into the thread. Dinosaur Gridlock being one of them, and he's got a track in later on. So
it does mean you guys are going to have to keep your eyes on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
If it does get phased out on Facebook, I personally don't think this is going to happen. I think, wait and see how they release it first. But worst comes to worst, it's going to be a case of having to be a little bit more vigilant ourselves and not rely on Facebook to blat it to us all the time.
Yes. This is the problem. Getting people off of anything is really, really hard.
You'd be surprised with the amount of people doing their own research that they're not used to going and finding this stuff for themselves, wouldn't you?
No comment, Jimmy Scavenger? No comment. Actually, yeah, top comment, man. Yeah, Jim's got a point there. In an age where where's the chat function gone then? Oh, there is. In an age when information is literally at your fingertips, nobody's going and finding any.
Mind you, having said that, it's such a shit show. I can completely understand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I do completely see where people are coming from. There's so much information. You don't know what's false, what's not.
Yeah.
You've got people lying. People have got their own agendas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy at the minute.
Simon David Edward was chatting to someone, and he literally made up a conspiracy theory, and the dude agreed with him. You know, he's like, yeah, it's much worse than that. He's like, look, the dude just pulled that out of the air. Stop listening to memes. Anyway, welcome to the building. Darren Cole, Jane Connell, Stefan, Rud Chantal, Yanti, Gary Baxter, Stefan Johansson, how's it going, my man? Andy James. There's a few of you in the building tonight. Yeah, Gary, exactly. Lovely sparse acid, exactly what it is. It literally looks like it's just a TR8 and a TD3.
I have just literally mastered a piece of music in this sort of vein.
Okay.
A little bit more brought up to date, but still very sparse, sort of on the point of acid house, acid techno, to go with a project I'm working on with King Mental. Mr. Warren Young.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking shit with names, it's unreal.
Me too.
The problem is, like, people have got their artist name, and then they've got their Facebook name, and then you're meeting them and they're called Gerald.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, how the fuck am I ever going to keep up with this?
Oh, apparently it's an RD6 and a TD3. Oh, fair play. Next kind is watching on YouTube.
I'd like to be slamming a couple of layers of extra percussion in on that.
Yeah.
And a big fat bass line. Because that little short kick leaves loads of room for bass.
Again, the kit he's using here is ridiculously limited. We're going back to 84, is it? 84,
yeah.
You know? And to be fair, people want $3,000 for an original TR-606. It's honestly, yeah, I know, right?
You know, it's just a bunch of chips inside there.
Yeah. There's nothing
you can get
inside
sounds off them.
Yeah.
And treat them in exactly the same way
on something
pretty
else.
much any standard sampler.
I think the RD price is
Mind you, some of that's it. I do like the 606. It's got a sound that comes out of it that you can't quite.
Same with its sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do acid, but I don't try and imitate the 303. I just let whatever machine do its own acid now. I spent hours and hours putting machines together to try and, like, the worst thing is trying to you get, like, when you use the accent on a real 303, there's like a cascade effect that happens, so it sort of peaks more and more each time if you use them in close succession.
On nothing else.
Not without automation, no, which is inelegant.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's like, just for being a geek, I've tried to build 303s in several bits of kit now.
Me and Armando had this same argument last night. He was like, I don't like the sequencer on it, and I'm like, that's where the magic is, mate.
Yeah.
That honestly, for that machine, that's where the
magic is. Once you learn how to imitate what that does in a DAW, you're not looking back if you want to create acid lines. You don't need that actual thing anymore.
Yeah, that's very true. Charlie Ryan does it also very, very well. Okay, so it's a nice bubbly start. For the limited kit, I think giving it anything under an 8 is an insult. It's literally a drum machine and a 303. Dude's done very, very well.
It's nice and aggressive as well.
Yeah.
It might be empty, but it's...
Yeah. Again, if this was being played and there was somebody doing this on stage, I'd be at the front watching it.
So if you were listening to this on a fat rig, like even that thing manages to put out quite a lot of sub that you don't realise is there until you get it on something big and fat. Those acid lines, when they hit the bottoms, there's usually these little... You know what I mean? When the music's sparse enough and there isn't a bass line going, you get to hear them. You get to hear how low the thing goes as well.
Whoa. Okay.
Cut it off. Enjoy production.
Okay, so moving swiftly on, Mr. Spoon, Jules. Again, another of the army who's no longer on Facebook, I believe. I've not seen a post from her from weeks.
Unfortunately.
Weeks. And she is the second person in the thread. So already we're proving that moving to YouTube is a better move than staying on Facebook.
Excuse me, y'all.
I'm going to guess this is modular.
I thought that all that stuff was not doing
yeah.
that. I thought that's what she did.
There's a TR8 and maybe an MX-1, I think, as well. The rest of it is modular.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's like literally a tiny little suitcase.
Yeah, but the amount of noise she kicks out of that thing is absolutely incredible.
Oh, Gary Baxter loving that last track enough and gave it a 9.5.
Like this a lot already.
Love the last track. Gary says not always the kit that matters, often down to who's using it. Very much so. Dean Dora says don't watch on Facebook, watch on YouTube. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more names for YouTube, or comments coming from YouTube, which is great.
They come up on your Facebook from YouTube?
No, over here they will.
Oh right, yeah,
Restream
there as well, ain't you?
Yeah.
Oh, clever chap here. It's all above my head.
Hey, it's all above my head. With that,
I'm not techno enough.
Without a few key people, this would not happen. Unfortunately, Oliver's the one that kicked it all off.
Yeah, but you've had to learn how to do all the tech and that.
Yeah, that was Warren.
Yeah, but you still had to learn how to do it. That's what I'm saying. Just taught you how to do it.
Yeah. Basically took my training wheels off and pushed me to make it go.
It's the best sort of training there is.
Yeah, there's a lot of Unhinged Filth is on YouTube, 10 Mil is on YouTube, Natch Kind is on YouTube, Engineer, DJ Matrix. Yeah, this is the general consensus we're getting at the moment, is that Facebook is...
I only really put stuff up on YouTube. Like, I haven't put anything up there for years now.
You're a Bandcamper though, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Bandcamp. Bandcamp is the way forward for your music. You can link that to anywhere. I am going to start doing YouTube again. I just need to get a new laptop first because I can't handle doing graphics.
Yeah, you need the visual element as well. It keeps people more engaged.
I'm not into the visual element.
No.
I mean, I'd be happy with just a black screen because for me it's just music, and YouTube don't seem to like that very much. No. They don't like still images that much either.
Well, I'm happy for YouTube, but I'm still, happy for us to do a listening experience, I know that, like,
if it comes to it, and I had to pay for one, I think I'd pay for Mixcloud because it's dedicated for mixes, and it's kind of like you've got people there looking for mixes. Do you know what I mean? They're not looking for anything else. If you're going to do a live stream, that's exactly what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This isn't much different. Loads of people on that would really dig this.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that's worth looking into, and things like Hear This are going to come into their own as well, because there's a whole social side to that I've been ignoring.
Yeah, I've got an account, but I've never done anything with it. Rob Lavender says, how can you not be techno enough, Jimmy Scavenger?
Looking at this lot and going, no. It's the reason I use Reason, is because then I don't have to be. I don't even have to remember where to plug things into anymore.
It's just there.
Yeah, I plug it in once and it remembers it all for me. It's great.
Some brooding techno. Gary Baxter says, this is nice, proper squelch, modular, eh? Very cool.
Nice depth of sound as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's be a nice start to the night, I reckon.
Yep. I don't think I've seen Jules ever open a night.
No, she opened, like, she could have opened for that night that I played last time.
Okay.
Yeah. Would have fitted in her music, would have fitted in so perfectly, this sort of stuff. Yeah, instead they got a couple of really quite poppy DJs on first. It's just like, it's nice music, but that's kind of like Sunday afternoon,
Just Eagle says 8.8, it says it's very clean. It is. And again, to say some of Jules' stuff can go fucking absolutely, like literally, it's just noise. Yeah, it really is.
She never knows what she's going to do herself, that's what she says. It's like, they say it's like, well, I just do this and this happens.
Noises come out. Yeah, it's a very put together track. I think I'm also going to give it an 8.
But that said, her sets have always got like proper lucid parts that you think, like she might say she's making it, but it's like not quite believable when you see her play.
Engineer says, I think the mix needs to be cleaned out a little bit. Again, when you know that Jules is like a noise, this is kind of clean, trust me.
And it is kind of live straight out of the box as well. So it won't be anything done to it after. No, exactly as it was played out of the box.
Go and check out me and Mr. Spoon's, some of our other stuff, honestly. It's aggressive. Gary Baxter agrees with me and gives it an 8 as well. Darren Cole, you are up next. And Jim Scavenger informs me just before we went on stage that this is your Marky G remix. Is that right?
Yeah. Marky G and Chad Stigall, US UK, House of God remix. Did this get released, dude?
Yenti's saying, "Oh, you turned it off." Yeah, sorry, fella. Sometimes we have to move on. If my only criticism of that one is it was a tiny touch repetitive, but everything else was spot on.
I was sort of listening to it in context because I've seen the live set. So listening to it in context of what it'd be like in the set, and it was like,
It's the warm up. It's the calm before the storm, before it all just goes noisy.
You can hear it coming towards the end of it.
Yeah,
you can hear it coming.
Okay, so this was a remix competition that was run by Oliver and Oliver on the Big Bastard Sound show. I believe Jim Scavenger won.
I did indeed, yeah. Me and Matt Dobbs won the main release, and then they did a second release as well with the remixes. Okay. So, and I can't quite remember, that's why I was asking Darren, did you actually get on that? Because this should have been on it.
He says, no, I haven't mixed it well enough. It's lovely again, absolutely beautiful.
Sounds quite nice on our little
rig.
Limited system here, yeah.
Like, I don't think I heard the original. Like, I definitely heard your remix.
Yeah, I can play the original at some point. Yeah, I've got it. I've got the...
Rob Havett says Chris Productions. You have?
Yeah.
I was probably going to do it was Mikey G, it'd probably white mastering done.
Yeah. I play my own master of that one, thank you very much. No offence, Mark, but in context to play my sets, it obviously needs to fit in with
what you're doing.
Yeah. Play something that's really sharp, or I don't like having to mess with EQs and stuff while I'm going along.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And at the end of the day, I don't really write my stuff for stereo consumption, if you know what I mean. It is really just designed to be played on a rig.
Oh, wow. We are actually beating Facebook at the moment. I have 30 people on YouTube and 22 people on Facebook. Whoop, whoop. Unbelievable.
Yes, guys.
Wow, it is official. We hate Facebook.
We've still got 20 people from Facebook on there.
Yeah. But no. The general consensus
YouTube
is
catch up on the chat ability of Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Basically,
it's good now that we have.
And you have to watch your language.
Yes, this is something that I was going to warn people about as well.
Do you not get an 18+ certificate for doing your live streams?
That restricts where you get put. It's not worth doing. Basically, if you swear too much in a comment, YouTube are just going to remove it before it even gets to me. I've seen 3 comments removed because of the word cunt. Okay, so Lady Part, Lady Garden, Knobber, just keep it friendly on YouTube, and we should be fine.
Be inventive.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Beautiful, Jim. Be inventive.
It's now fuxical.
Yeah.
For the beautiful
S-U-C-K.
I-C-K.
Yeah, spell it badly, Jennifer says who's watching on both.
And suddenly everyone was called Clint.
Unhinged Phil says, I think Darren Cole is from Bristol. He is indeed. I do keep trying to
someone
get
write Clint on YouTube for us, and they'll see what I mean. It does still look like cunt. Yep. Close enough.
So yeah, be inventive and try and keep it nice. The nice thing about Clownarmy is we're genuinely nice people. We just use some foul language every now and then, Yes, indeed, DJ Matrix, the home of burnt out cars, crackheads, single mums, and poverty.
Darren, beautiful work.
Yeah. How this did not get on the release?
Keep the mix down pretty much like this. Drop it every level, not your master level, but drop every level down until you're registering -6 dB and send it alone as it is. Don't change anything about it. That's ready.
Bring it in the back.
Yeah, just take any compression you've got on the top of it. It's there. That sounds fat. Really accented the melody really nicely. Down for your face.
Quite some absolutely fucking lovely stuff. And this is 11
I know the parts he got given for this. Yeah. This is.
See, I don't like it.
Yeah. I had the same remix pack. It's a serious piece of work.
It is a very
Really not my sort of techno, but
No.
beautiful,
The
mate.
original was a bit business techno.
Very, yeah. Well, melodic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still quite sort of chunky. It had a sort of chunky, funky,
Well, it's
housey
Mikey
vibe
G,
to
it's
it.
never- you know, it's never
so
gonna be-
yeah, and
Yeah.
Chad's just got away with melodies. He writes these really sort of quite weirdly timed melodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Darren
Like that
Cole.
one. Yeah.
Stunning work, mate. Absolutely stunning work. Going to give you an 808 on it. Not my tang, a little bit slow, but the acid was lovely. The atmosphere was there. What would I do to change it? Lower the levels to 6 dB and give it to Jim for a master. Other than that, mate, absolutely stunning work. As expected. Okay, Michael Crackle, Michael K. First impressions, a little muddy, but then we did just listen to a Darren Cole track that was literally polished. Yeah,
Pretty nice.
right up its bottom hole.
This makes me want to turn the treble up.
Yeah.
I hate that word. Why do I even use it? It even says it on my little stereo. I hate treble.
Mid.
Yeah.
No, but it's lost that mud again. I just think because we were listening to an absolutely crystal clear track last time round, and this is not what this track is. Darren Cole says thank you guys. Stefan Attic gave it a 9.9. Gary Baxter said it was cut quality.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that scored well.
Somebody said Eastwood, but I'm not too sure what the reference is there. Oh, Alex had the beers off for a sleep. Michael K is in the building right now. Michael K writes some lovely techno.
Could do some top end work on this. Do you know what I mean? That top end is really there, yeah, which is what's making it sound muddy.
Yes.
I mean, don't be scared of your top end, but especially if you're running it through a limiter at your end stage or a compressor, just watch that you're not driving your treble so hard you're ducking your bass. Yeah. And the same with your bass, make sure you're not. It's really more about your mid-range than that most of the time. As long as your treble and your bass are clear and are balanced, all of your definition is actually in the mid-range. But everyone spends so much time on their bass and their treble, they forget that actually all of the impact and the clarity of your tune is in the mid-range.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm going to agree with Jim. The top end needs.
So I'm saying with this one, you've got quite a few things all in that same frequency range going on there at about sort of, I don't know, I can say on a left to right scale like that what actual frequency it is, I don't know. I've been using the same metering for so long that it's scary. 6 years. Oof. I don't trust anything else.
Yeah, no.
Not in the digital realm until I can afford something analogue to meter with. Don't think I'm ever going to go analogue though. It's not just that. Within the next 5 to 10 years, the technology is just going to be so good that, as far as I'm concerned, digital's already surpassing a lot of the analog stuff. And what we're actually doing now is harking back to the analog stuff and trying to put those imperfections back in.
Yeah, exactly.
To avoid that glassy sound that you get if you just use Logic's stock.
Yes.
Built-in stuff, you know, which is why I like Propellerhead stuff, because they've always been trying to build that character back in. So they built in.
It does look very analog for a reason.
Well,
Alan Crawford's just turned up. How's it going?
Excel spreadsheet. I've said it before. If I'm doing music, I want something to look musical and like the stuff that I learnt on.
Michael, that was a lovely track. Tracks are getting very high scores tonight, and I don't think it would be unreasonable of me to give you anything under an 8.
Yeah, that's a nice track. That. I'd just say have a look at the sounds you've got that are your main melody sort of the elements, and try and separate them up frequency wise, and use a little bit of pan but not too much, because obviously if you play on a mono rig you can get funny issues with that.
Yeah. Okay.
But just try and separate them up a little bit.
We have an exclusive, people. This track is available nowhere.
It's not even finished yet.
And it's a Jimmy Scavenger. You booked a place in the thread very, very early, so it is my pleasure to give you 6 minutes and 1 second of an exclusive scavenger track.
Oh, thank you all.
Yes, Darren, it is a techno night.
Does seem to be so far. Really,
Yeah. Jim couldn't have come on at a better time, and I'm really disappointed Lindsay wasn't here as well. Like I say, Jim's got technicality up the bottom hole and just spewing out of every orifice. Lindsay then paints wonderful pictures about how she would dance to it, and I just host the show. You know, balance. Tonight was good. You know,
that last one I'd be down at the front, gurning my face off and going. Rrr. In fact, pretty much all of it so far, I'd have been down at the front, gurning my face off, going. Rrr. Yeah.
Agreed.
Pretty much all of it. No, all of it.
Yeah, I don't think we've had anything under a techno track all night. In fact, it's getting slowly. Unhinged Filth has put in a techno track too.
Yes. With a name like that, I'm not expecting anything of him, really.
He writes some hardcore stuff, he really does. Dad says, thank fuck for techno, last week's hurt. Yes, it was kind of light last week. Who was it? It was Amy last week? I think it was.
Oh, was it one of those like trancey and spacey and lots of ambient? Lots of ambient. Amy loved it. So still a work in progress, this one. There's a couple of little things that need ironing out and a couple of things I'm going to change, and it's going to get produced up the arse as well. At the minute, this is just a rough master.
It's sounding good so far.
But it's not going to be noticeable changes. This is pretty much it.
Okay, so Manic says, where can I send a track, please, boss? Go to my YouTube page, and there's a video that says Pierrot the Acid Clown, first shout out to YouTube. Put your track in that. It's that simple these days. I don't think you need an account to do that, do you? I'm pretty sure you don't. To comment on YouTube.
Comment, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Okay. Because you have to subscribe, don't you?
I've been meaning to do that to everybody we've played as well this evening. I forgot.
Give him Jim Ninja. Yes, Morgan.
That says last week was like candlelit bath with a toaster. Mean! That's just mean! And not a 303 in sight.
No. I am running 3 oscillators out of it and running it out onto 2 channels and then merging them back into 1 channel.
Exactly what I was talking about last night. Split your lines. Apparently you just need a Google account to comment on YouTube. Well, that's a start.
It's a Google thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a start. DJ Matrix. Oh my god, I'm just going to stop talking. Says he likes it. Yeah, Jim, this is very almost acid techno, mate.
Yeah, I say I've been doing acid. I'm still on a bit of an acid trip. This is what you get for working with King Mental. And besides which, every time I say I don't like something, my stupid fucking brain goes into overdrive and makes me go write something based on it. So
that
I should know better than to say I don't like something.
Jim, this is lush.
Yeah, the 303 is still a little bit muted.
It is,
yes. It's a little bit of cut.
Yeah, it is. It's like that's the only thing I was going to say. It's still a bit awful, but other than that, it's not really properly produced yet, because I'm not really quite, it's there, but I'm not quite happy with it enough to actually spend the time producing it yet. Oh, VK Collins is on, it says fluffy.
I hope lovely.
Engineer says, I love the energy. Absolutely. Jim's got, as Lindsay would say, a very hypnotic, disturbingly hypnotic style. Yeah, Chaos TV says, needs to be in the woods listening to this. Yes, you do. We all do.
Yeah, we all do.
If we go shoot pheasants,
I reckon we can do it. Now 30 of us, we'll do 30 at a time URL parties. Yeah. We'll take my little rig and generator.
I'm on for it.
Yeah, and we'll all go hunting.
Yeah. We won't hit anything at all.
No, I'm too fucking cross-eyed to hit fuck all. Yeah. I wonder I can ever mix, to be honest.
This is true.
Oh, you've seen it in action, yeah.
Lara says, very nice, Jim. says, banging, mate.
Thank you all.
Unhinged Filth, 10 pills deep.
Yes.
Alan Crawford, party tune, Jim. Very much, mate.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a 909 on that one.
Because I'm
really,
fucking
really
begging.
like that.
No, I'm fucking gagging for a party, you know.
You know when this comes back, it's going to be a 10, right? When it gets polished that little bit more and things are a bit crisper in it.
Yeah, the whole treatment the same as the rest of the EP's got so far. Well, it's not the EP, but I'm just on a bit of an acid trip at the minute. What can I say?
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Jim. There ain't nothing wrong with that, Jim. So that was an exclusive from the Scavenger. Yes, mate.
Thank you all.
Absolutely fucking banging track. Somebody wanted to know earlier where you post tracks to this video. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just make it a little bit bigger.
Give it to them.
That little video there. Okay, so Clown Army, welcome to Clown HQ. So for the shout out this week, we're going to do it a little bit differently.
Fell off, had a couple of beers, I'm bouncing to the fucking clown music.
It got copyrighted. Just before Facebook goes down,
Did it?
or they decide to stop
But they allowed it.
letting us do this. I thought it was generic fucking clown music.
Write you a piece of clown music. Can we all write him a piece of clown music so we can use different ones?
Yes, good idea.
Yeah?
Write some spooky clown music.
Yeah, I'm not just a pretty face.
So just as normal,
I like the idea.
You send your tracks. So yeah, can you send your tracks there? And literally, we're working our way through the thread right now. Where did we get to? We got to the gym scavenger. Like I say, there's like nearly 100 comments in the thread. I genuinely thought that
because it's YouTube, you can do a video shout out, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just link it to Facebook, and then they can click the thing, and then they can comment from there.
Yeah,
without even leaving Facebook.
I made 250 views just on that shout out video. There's 250 views to YouTube. I'm missing out on. The more views I get to YouTube, the bigger chances I get to monetize myself. Not that I want to do that, but anyway.
Yeah, you fucking do. You deserve it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. It's just too fucking humble, this one. You all need to just keep telling him, fuck Radio 1. Yeah. Give this guy a fucking job.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, Reg Edit. Somebody who I believe played the last Clownfest isn't playing this one, but is playing the one after. And I'm really disappointed he's not playing this one, and so is he. But anyway, this is Reg Edit.
Nice beats straight off the bat.
Yep, his stuff's always quality.
Got that Future Sound of London thing going on already.
Funky, vibey, breakbeaty. It's just really, really nice. Gary Baxter wants to make a movie. The Acid Clown.
Lovely subtle arpeggio going on there.
He's got some beautiful synths.
Yeah,
some absolutely fucking beautiful synths. Darren Cole says, I reckon Jim's heartbeat is at 160 BPM. Great track.
Yeah.
Gary Baxter, Jim, naughty track. Very nice from Laria. Banging mate from Andy. Armando says, bit hard.
Armando Sasaki cunt. He's been fucking gold on Facebook, he has.
Yeah. I've met him in person and he's just
big ups the Sensible crew.
Yeah, it's big up the Sensible crew.
And being nice, playing nice, it does matter.
Yep.
It fucking does matter.
Times are weird and tough at the moment. Very weird, very tough.
I've had someone literally post that they wanted anyone who was believed that COVID was real or that wore a mask or was vaccine pro, which obviously I pretty much owe my life to it, so I can't help but be.
You lost the plot.
Yeah, totally started messaging me, calling me fucking names and stuff, and I was just like you actually messaged me to say that?
Took the time
just
out of
throw
your
up.
day. Yeah.
Blocked.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not what I do.
Hey, thanks. How's it going, my love? Big love to Leicestershire.
If you really disagree with someone that much on Facebook, just unfriend them.
Yeah, unfriend them, block,
just unfriend them.
Move on. I'm not too fond of the block because the block, unfortunately,
I reserve that for people that actually
wind you up
want to actually have a go.
Yeah,
like being Larry, because there's every chance if I see this guy in person and he's feeling the way that he came across in those messages that I'm going to get punched.
Yeah.
I'm going to get punched for being sensible. So even if the virus isn't real, you really think you're controlling me by putting a fucking piece of rag over my face? Fuck off, I've spent half my life doing protests with a piece of rag over my face. Thank you very much. If you think you're controlling me like that, you're having a laugh. Yeah,
Jennifer, this is absolutely stunning. Do you understand why I'm disappointed Reg is not playing at Clownfest 3? But I'm hoping that those people that are not playing Clownfest here so I can give that weekend. 4 days, everybody's going to get a set. So, goosebumps. Sorry.
Everything that I don't like in rave music wrapped up into a slightly different package.
But beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful, yeah. It's got me rocking.
It is lovely.
I'm a little bit less allergic to cheese over this last 6 months. Have you not noticed?
Well, you're making acid. You know?
But it's not just that. I sat down and listened to the latest Weird Monkey album. Actually, after being separated from it for a little while and listened to it objectively. Fuck me, it's actually really cheesy.
Really?
Yeah.
Jim, that's not
It's all melody and beautiful.
Is that the one I reviewed? I'm sure it is.
No, we haven't done it. I put all the tracks in over a period of 3 years and they've all been in.
Okay. If it's the stuff I'm thinking of, mate, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm not dissing it.
No,
I'm not dissing it. It's just for me, even for Weird Monkey, that's
I think accessible is a much better word there. Cheesy, no. Accessible, mate. Selling yourself well short there. Everybody was absolutely fucking loving that. You're getting another 909. That was beautiful. Like Jim said,
wicked.
Not really my thing. Packaged differently. Sounded
Can't
beautiful.
fault
Cannot fault it whatsoever at all. Reg, that was absolutely stunning, mate. Cannot wait to see you at Clownfest 4. Okay, this is an artist that is playing the next Clownfest, I believe.
See, the thing that gets me is I come here and I end up dancing to stuff and I'm like having my little armchair dance and I go home and I listen to it. I'm not like, but it's the appreciation that people who are actually involved with this have actually done it, and I know a lot of you guys didn't even play your music to anyone really before you put it into this. So,
okay, we have a 10-minute track, so
even if I turn around and say I fucking hate it, which I wouldn't do because I'm too tactful, you've got every right to go, well, I still fucking made it, it wasn't for you, fuck off.
That's the way it should be as well. Music's about expression.
Yeah.
I know some people were getting death threats for their contributions to some groups on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to name names or groups or anything like that, but
thankfully, no matter what, I've said some really untasteful stuff by accident.
yeah, nobody's like, you should die because of your music.
No.
Like, what the fuck? And again, these people go out of their way to want to tell you to die.
Then there's a lot of keyboard warriors out there like that like to spread a bit of fear.
Yeah, totally.
Get a little bit of a power buzz from it, and it's like, that's why I try and just be as honest on Facebook as I am in real life, because it's like, well, because it happens, it does happen. I've bumped into someone who's given me a right slagging off on Facebook in a nightclub in Bristol, and I was with a load of friends and they felt really intimidated when I went, oh yeah, you're that kiddie who was calling me keyboard warrior and fucking terrorist sympathiser and everything. Oh yeah, that's right, you're that racist kiddie, ain't you? And he left. I didn't threaten him in any way, and neither did anybody else. None of my mates were interested. I don't give a fuck. Just some kiddie, isn't it? Yeah, the problem with Facebook is people the problem is, used to getting a punch in the face. And it's, I still feel that. I still worry about that, because actually a lot of the people on Facebook that I know, I do actually know. Again, we're all connected. So actually I try and be as honest on Facebook as I am to how I am in real life.
That's why I do most of my communication actually on Facebook. That way you can see what I've said, when I've said it, how I've said it, and to who I've said it to, which is why I don't particularly like private messages, because then, did you see this that happened there? It's like, yeah, let's do this on my page so everybody can see what you're saying, and what I'm saying.
If doing something by private message and it goes wrong, then no, they just get blocked. I wouldn't screenshot private messages and put them on Facebook. Oh, I do. No, I wouldn't do that, you see. I won't step that. That's a boundary I won't. If someone's saying something in my message inbox that I don't like, I'll block them from Messenger. Not necessarily on Facebook, and half the time I do it with a smile. It's when people are blatting me conspiracy theories or just the endless cards that some people see, and you click on them and there's some porn picture or something.
Yeah, I guess
and it's
like, so much
yeah, okay, right, block. But I do it with a smile.
So Amy says we're both bored. Thank you very much, honey. Love you too. It's just well, you should be on the show as well, drinking happy juice, making the entertainment.
Yeah, you should be here. I'm a bit gutted I didn't actually come last week, but
yeah, that would have been funny.
Well, it's always funny to get pissed with Amy.
We have kids here at the moment, I believe. My sisters. Okay, so somebody says
So it's like live drums.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I know him. Arjun is his name, and he literally plays just about everything. Plays guitar, got keyboard, synths, and stuff.
Do you do this live thing? Because if you do this live, then
I want to see the video. I want to see the video. No, nobody's gigging at the moment.
No, I mean like before all this shit and after. Are you gigging? Are you going to be gigging?
I believe so. Yeah.
Not the sort of thing I'm appreciating right now, being in a bit of a techno mode already, but if I was seeing a live band playing this on a big ring, really loud.
Yeah, I think it's all live. I'm pretty sure this is the band he's in as well. The Lightworm says, and a little Hawkwind. Again, if Lindsay was here, she would be saying exactly the same thing. Ooh, I don't know how to mark that one. It's so far out of my comfort zone, it's not funny. But I enjoyed listening to it. Again, like you said, if you were watching them, you know, if it was the pub environment, they're on the stage, you're drinking with friends, absolutely lovely.
I think they'd need a bit of a bigger stage than a pub for that.
Yeah, it would be nice.
It would be nice to hear them on one of the big festival with all the lovely sound effects that they throw at you. And
so I'm going to give it like a 7.5. That's probably like more personal preference than anything else. Right. Rob Lavender, somebody you can catch at the next Clownfest, not the next one, but the one after, Clownfest 4. He played 1 and 2. This guy loves his hardware. Crisp sound from hardware, crisp sound from hardware. Gary Baxter says, Acid Rock done very well, gonna go for an 8. Matt Dobbs said, I like that very much. That's high praise coming from Matt Dobbs. It became a social issue with trolls. Ooh, what have we missed? Matt,
it was you that won the US-UK remix competition with me, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell you. I know you won, and that's as much as I know. But Matt has just
got
joined
too many Matt friends. Yeah, literally. It's like ridiculous. I've got Matts coming out my ears.
Apparently this is showcasing the Demora that he's just bought, which is...
Yes, it was.
This one up here.
Thanks for that, mate, because it's reassuring to know that I can remember a name occasionally.
Matt Dobbs does have a track in the thread a bit later on. I think it'll be next week now. And I'm hoping it's his AIDS track. But I think he held off on putting the AIDS track in because it's about AIDS. Well...
Sometimes music. I remember when I was on what's the name? The Breakcore.
Yes, Jessica.
Jessica was on and played one of my tunes that was like, well, yeah, all time low. It says it all. And yeah, Jessica turned around and said about halfway through, oh yeah, I can listen to this. I can tell that came from a place of deep emotion, and it just like had to go off for a minute or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you not remember?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I probably did, but like we've done 150 shows now.
Yeah.
It gets difficult.
I could make you remember, but not by something I'm going to say on air. Ta-da!
So I believe Rob is using 2 circuits. One might be a mono circuit, I'm not sure. TV3, an MB33, some sort of MPC. And he makes lovely music.
So Matt, you did withdraw it.
Oh, really?
A bit gutted.
Why?
Darren says, yeah, he did. Wasn't even going to enter until I convinced him.
That's a running theme between you and Matt, Darren. Stefan says, my bad boobs are wobbling, I approve to this tune. I agree. Got a nice couple of A-cups going on at the moment.
The opposite problem. If I lose any more weight, I'm going to go fucking concave. Have one of those strange pigeon chests that go in, you know.
Freak. Yeah, it's a monostation and MPC 1000.
Oh, it is submitted.
Oh, is it excellent?
Oh, I might be getting my... No, I just expected that between them two, you know. bits. No, I didn't get lessons. I just copied my sister's lessons afterwards by ear. But still, you know. So I find timing difficult on pads.
Rob, are you watching? What are you? Was that the Demora you were using there? Because if it was, that was very impressive, mate. Is it TV3? And is that a Pro 1? It is? You bastard, that's a Pro 1.
It's got more than a hint of, what's his name? The guy from Yazoo in Erasure, Vince Clarke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
High praise, high praise.
Those melodies and those sounds.
Rob says that was the Scooper. That's the one, the last one in the 4 that I really, really want. Just like fucking Pokemon. Gotta collect them all. Gary Baxter, nice work. Kind of soundtrack style, 909. Engineer says, yeah, we need knobs. More knobs the better. Staffan gives it 8.5 horny cats. I'm glad we're marketing cats. Armando says, I think you'd like the MPC Live too, Mark. I'm not sure. It's a clip player. Surely. And yes, that is indeed a Pro 1. And Jason Marsh agrees with you. Erasure remix.
Surprised you wouldn't want a clip player, really.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. Oh God, it's sad. I actually know what some of your hardware does. No, that's the thing that actually tempts me more than anything else I've seen for a long time.
It's a nice little synth.
Yeah.
But you've got reason.
I just love modulations.
Yeah.
And that thing gives you a wealth of really unusual modulation to do. So yeah.
Well, it was a modular piece that Arteria said we like that.
Yeah.
Let's expand on it a bit more.
Yeah. And the fact that with your firmware upgrade, you've got a really lovely little vocoder there.
Yeah, I may not do that. I've got a VT4 on the way. So
yeah, but
I know.
You heard it.
It's tempting.
The vocoder on it sounds really good, and I'm not on about putting voices into it.
No,
I'm on about putting drums and stuff into it, and using that to trigger shit. And mate,
I'm a very simple man.
Yeah, that's fun times. That thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Like just a little bundle of fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like the toy that it looks like, or
Well,
that
I
you
dismissed it
expect those sort
instantly
of
when it came out. Just dismissed it. Look at it, toy, plastic. What the fuck's this keyboard? Nah, get it. And I'm like, oh,
really nicely built.
Yeah, it really is. It's
And
lovely
as
sense.
soon as you got it out of the box and I felt it, I was just like, wow, that actually feels really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice synth. For the money, you ain't gonna get any better. Rob, your track is 8 minutes long. I am gonna stop you at 6, and I do not really want to do that simply because 6-minute track. You rolled it along nicely. It was a lovely bunch of changes going on in there. Really, really crisp and clear. I would like to have heard some more percussion in it, maybe, but the melody was lovely. Going to give you a solid 8. Jim?
Not
Thoughts?
my kind of thing at all.
I
But
knew you were
yeah,
gonna say that.
nicely done. It definitely had more than a hint of Vince Clarke about it,
Yeah, everybody was saying that. So.
or even like really early. God, I just can't get enough. Yeah,
High
Crash
praise,
Mode.
high praise. All right, so that one is a Google link, so you're gonna listen to
But that
this
sound influenced everything. Even video games.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. Look, yeah, I used to listen to Erasure and things like that when I was younger, you know?
What was
Because
that bloody Wonder Boy game that you'd hear when you walked up to a fairground when you were a kid? Oh God, it used to drive me insane. That's all you could hear. They were really loud.
right, I think we're gonna have to play that one next week. Oh, this is really
Even the games then had that sound to them.
I haven't been numbering them.
I mean, I'd really like them to bring out a big version. A brute freak, if you like.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Then I really might be tempted back to hardware.
Yeah. Right, oh no. Ending just after. Ending with Stickness tonight. Just making sure how many we've got left in the
Got some big love for this.
Oh, this is Amy's ex-boyfriend.
I like pretty much everything he puts in, so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Even when I don't like it, I appreciate that it's good.
We were looking through our block list the other day, and apparently this guy's on Amy's block list.
Boom. Exploding cigar mix. I like that.
It's good. A little bit liquid drum and bass. Robin Lavin says, cheers guys, no problem. Yeah, Jonathan Cross is a fan of the Micro Freak as well. Polymetal Freak,
yes. Oh, that's only paraphonic.
Yeah, it's paraphonic, yeah, it borrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this as well.
But the filter envelope's paraphonic as well, isn't it? It is, I'm pretty sure. That was what impressed me. So at least you get multiple filters. So you get different filter envelopes, different, so it doesn't affect the one before it.
Okay.
Yeah, which can be really nice for building. Well, for all sorts of things actually. Yeah. But I'm thinking dubstep wobbles and.
Oh yeah, I haven't quite figured out how to get them out of that yet, but I've heard some of the basses that come out.
That's the first thing I thought about. It was like that is built for making really complex wobble and overtone changes. Yeah.
Yeah, you got my ass wobbling, fella.
Top bit of work, this. I really like this.
Lara says, not a huge fan of the horn sound here.
I love it.
Yeah, I
love the way everything fits together. It's got real character to it. It's really
says, yeah, like the stepper style. 10 mil says, yeah, the horn is great.
Yeah, it is.
See, so like
great.
You know, horses for courses. You know, you can't please everybody all the time. I think this is a lovely piece of like a classic nod to hip hoppy type.
Yeah,
it's really good. Giving it an 8, solid 8. Hello, Litland. And then it ends. There we go. That was lovely. Yeah, did what I needed to do. Rolled along nicely. What would I do to change it? Not sure I would.
No, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would.
I really like that. Top work, mate.
Oh, Particle Drift. It was a name I haven't seen before, but that doesn't mean anything because we've moved over to YouTube, so that means fuck all at the moment.
Transient harmonics.
5 minute long track.
Mate. You're gonna have to stop doing that. Thank you. Oh, come on then. Go on then. Can you get a bit? Yeah, you bet you can.
It was no, literally. You can jump up on the bed, but you will not get up on the boxes. Absolute bell.
Come here. Come on then. Yeah, he is a bell.
Yeah.
I can safely confirm that all dogs still are dicks. Because this one is too. There we go.
Whew. Iapetus says, cheers guys. Gary Baxter gave it an 8.7 and Jennifer compared it to Mr. Scruff's. I don't even know why I'm looking
down there. A bit of Mr. Scruff to it.
10 says perfect music for the puppy's entrance. Well, let's hope the next one is the perfect one for the puppy's exit and he buggers off. Fine, you don't want me tonight.
It's dog ignorance time. Yeah. Oh, you're so beneath me. Kind of lost the plot with this one already.
Yeah. I can understand it. I can see, you know, I get. It just it doesn't grab me. Like, it reminds me of a flotation tank, which I guess is a good thing.
It's like that meditation music.
But then particle drift and transient harmonics,
yeah,
you were always
going to
get.
What we were going to get.
Yeah.
Okay, this dog is quite difficult to ignore.
Yeah, it's the Chihuahua in him.
Yeah. Quite persistent.
DJ
That's
Matrix.
my own fault for encouraging him, Morgan.
Yeah. DJ Matrix says, my dog sits in the studio when I play and it's loud. He loves the tunes. Mine just keeps jumping up and, you know, same for the cat. It's gotten a bit wonky. Billy says, I need acid
somewhere,
with
I'll give it
this.
that.
Yeah, oh
I wasn't expecting it to.
No, you can see the wave getting like bigger and more.
Yeah, but quite
towards the
often
end.
that just means it's going to get louder.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Lightworm says Zed. Oh dear. Matrix gives it a 3 out of 10 due to my preferences. Absolutely, you are thoroughly allowed not to like something. You know, if you want to give it a 3, it is your choice. There will be somebody out there that digs
The sound is really nice, and the production's really nice. The balance of the sounds are all really nice.
Yeah, it was all there. Yeah, you know.
It's just really not my thing at all.
Like Billy says,
it's kind of close. I mean, if this got suggested on SoundCloud, like after I've been listening to some of the stuff I listen to, I'd understand it more than a lot of what it does pump at me. Like a bit of R&B in the middle of Plaid, or
Here, listen to this.
Yeah.
10 Mil says he likes it. Gary Baxter says very relaxing, electronic, nice. I'm leaning towards a 7. Yeah, that's probably where I sit on this one as well. Yeah, it's funny. When I sit on the bed, he does it comes up under there. Like,
bury his head, dog.
Yeah,
it's so sweet.
Oh, he is.
How can I ignore you when you're doing that, eh, mate?
I try. Yeah, leaning towards a 7, which is a bit unfair. Verm says, I love it personally, but if I was in a club and they played this, I would throw my drink at the DJ. Yeah, time and place, right? Time and place.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, but you're going that way. It's a game now.
Yeah, you might get away with throwing something for him, a slipper or something. Leaf Yosper says, yeah, this is much better than Facebook. Good, I am glad. Yeah, honestly, not our thing. I think for people there will be their thing. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a 7, and Jim's.
Yeah. Sorry, go on. Right, come on, you.
Okay, so this is Matt Basehead, who does a lot of our graphics work. Windigo. Drum and bass from 8 years ago.
Very talented man.
Yeah, very talented man.
And if I liked video stuff, I'd be going to him because he does some bloody good stuff.
He really, really does. He really, really does. I get the feeling the intro is going to be long, so I'm just going to knock that on a bit. I was right. Armando says, I gotta go, lads. Well, it is 9:30 over there, so
take care, dude.
Have fun. Catch you and your cheekiness online soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very clear. Poor people aren't necessarily killers. Just because you happen to be not rich.
Track is called Kill Propaganda, and I have a feeling
so I hear the voices,
that he's put this in before.
And I know the speculation, but I'm the decider.
Oh, so nice not having a wire.
I'm the decider. Kill. Poor people.
Can you stop licking my legs, please, dog? You were right, it is really difficult to ignore.
Yeah, Unhinged Filth in Berlin, where Armando's from. They're an hour in front of us, so it's 9:30 over there.
And he needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah. Have you seen him, bless him?
No.
He needs his beauty sleep. No, I am joking.
Was he fit?
He's quite a character, yes. Gary Baxter saying yes. Jen says, well, that move to YouTube seems to have gone a lot better than expected.
Yeah.
Like Eminem said, know the opportunities when they knock on the fucking door. You know, everybody at the moment, for the past week or so, I've been watching people lose their nut about Facebook.
Something that sensible.
Yeah. You've been losing the plot over Facebook, and it's rightly so, you know. But like, let's calm down. Like Jim says and Paul says, it's we are its product.
Yeah.
It's not our friend. We signed up to its terms and conditions. They're just changing the goalpost a little bit, which they are allowed to do.
To be honest with you, most of what I've read of it so far is actually pulling together. It's a lot of what I used to work in a special school, and part of my job as health and safety and representative was helping to pull all the health and safety information together and make it accessible. I've looked really carefully through my terms and conditions. You're already signed up to 90% of what they're saying already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you're just an echo chamber for what sensible people have been saying.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's like they're just pulling it all into one place and adding a few bits to cover their asses because they're getting fucking sued for copyright.
Propaganda.
And let's not forget, as much as we hate Zuck, he is fighting a fucking war on many fronts to keep our fucking data private from governments.
He may
It's
be a
one
bit of
thing
a
being
dick,
sold
but-
to businesses, because if you're immune to advertising and you're sensible, that doesn't make a shitload of difference. When they start selling it to fucking governments and they can get to you subliminally and start affecting the way that you vote, like the Capita were trying to do, you know, then that's when it gets all a bit fucking dark, you know. And actually, he's fucking doing his best to stop that from happening. So, as much as I fucking hate the dude and think he's a fucking cyborg, I am aware that this is happening, and I am actually sadly aware that at some point we might have to drop Facebook.
This
for the
is
sake of our anonymity from our own government.
This is why I'm moving over to YouTube. Billy Davis says YouTube's just as bad as Facebook. It kind of, but not in a different way.
Not.
Facebook, it seems
That's like, do you know what I use YouTube for mostly, or figured out really quickly, is that if I put up one of my bootlegs or remixes and just put it up as the artist name and the artist title of the song, and then just put my name, Jimmy Scavenger Remix or Weird Monkey Remix, in brackets afterwards, they're still there after years, 2013, 2015, they're still there. So people complaining about copyright on Facebook, tracks that I don't get away with on Facebook when I try and do them live, I do get away with on YouTube.
Darren Cole says, I can now post pictures of Hitler, so I'm good. Well, you know, goals. You know, you've reached your goal.
I hope they have cunt or similar.
So yeah, moving over to YouTube just seems like the best thing to do. And like I say, more people can access the thread. I did notice that we were getting kind of the same people each week, and the reason being is because people are disappearing off of Facebook. And I'm just going to echo chamber what everybody is saying about the track in here. This is a lovely track, smooth, got a bit of bite to it. Love the whoop whoop whoop.
Nice and chill.
Yeah. Can't remember what I gave it last time, but I'm going to give it a 9 this time. Again, Wendigo people, Matt Lewis, all the way from Australia.
Sounds ready for mastering. Looks ready for it from the waveform as well. I'm pretty good at reading SoundCloud waveforms, actually.
Yeah, this is a
knack to it. They're not
sausage.
Yeah, well, even when they look like a sausage,
So
like
something-
SoundCloud lies.
Yeah.
It's got a weird algorithm to express it.
10 mil, giving it a 10. DJ Matrix giving it an 8.
But there's plenty of dynamics there to work with.
Yeah.
But then again, sometimes it's nice not to lose them. It really is, do you know? Quite often why people say vinyl sounds better, they tend to be a lot less crushed.
This is true, this is true. Okay, so that was Matt Lewis, very intelligent man who is doing some wonderful things with computers at the moment. Stay tuned for a set from him from Clownfest 3.
Nice tune,
Almost
dude.
never happened. Yeah, giving it a 9. JC, Jonathan Cross. Electronic. Looks like it's got a hell of an intro again, so let's just knock it on a little bit. Sounds a lot louder than Matt's track. 8s and 9s all over the place for that last track. Unhinged Phil giving it an 8. Engineer giving it an 8.
Really nice.
9. Billy Davis giving it a 9. 8 from Leafy Osper.
Did have that sort of vinyl ready sound to it, you know?
Oh yeah, he's a scratch artist as well. I imagine he was very, very...
It's looking like I might have to learn to master for vinyl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty soon as well.
It's not a bad thing, Jim.
Yeah.
That is not a bad thing.
Well, I might have some mastering work in the off with some new stuff that's coming up, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. I've got to be quiet.
Yeah, well, the important info there, Jim, is you're mastering for vinyl. That's the important information. That's all the information we care about. It's another string to your bow.
Well, got to be honest, over the last 6 months, I've sort of backed off a lot on the really heavy producing sausages and the loudness and thing in favour of preserving the character of tracks and stuff. Turns out that's pretty much exactly what I should be doing. True.
Gary Gary Baxter says, "Oh, this is promising." I love this guy's stuff. I wouldn't put this in the electronic box. I definitely would put this in the techno box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to hear that top end brought up. It seems like there's a bit of a fear of top end at the minute that I'm not understanding it. I've just gone the other way. I'm swinging towards sharp production again.
Hardware only. So again, this is probably one take into a door. I agree with you. There could be some emphasis on the tops.
Techno CH actually.
Billy Davis says, "I like this." Engineer says the kick is definitely techno. Yeah, I agree. DJ Matrix agreeing with all of us. Yeah, it needs tops. Jonathan Cole? Who the fuck is that?
You just got renamed, bitch.
It's because you popped up in questions, Jonathan Cross and Cole. Anyway, this is lovely.
No, you haven't. They're miles apart. You haven't even got that excuse.
They flopped up together. I swear, I'm not wearing my glasses. Shut up.
They flopped up together. I like the technical terms.
Apparently,
too.
there is a YouTube vid. There is, but
Jonathan says it's new FM kicks on the TR8S.
Oh, okay. Gary Baxter says Shades of Goa. What an absolute fucking compliment. No, don't do that. Ugh.
Very nice.
And again, being live, you know. I remember like the first track that Jonathan put in, I'm sure it was a year or so ago. Just dude with hands on like two machines. His sounds come on mass. Oh no! I'm gonna say 4 minutes 20 is not enough on that track.
That's nice. No, that's nice length for that.
You reckon? I was hoping it was gonna kick back off again.
If I was mixing that second section there, I would loop that up.
Yeah.
Done a big 16 bar loop and then. Kept it going
Jonathan,
for a while.
you could have carried on going there for a little while, mate. Going to give you a nice 9 on that one, I think. Yes, it would have been good to hear some more tops, but you did a lovely journey across the 4 minutes that you had it playing. It was lovely.
Nice.
Wrong way. There we go. Oh, pro tension up after this one. Looking forward to that. Disco Phone, Extinction, Ambient. Oh, Brave. Brave. Just going to knock it on a bit.
So we've gone from techno for a whole sort of ambient, then back to a bit of techno, then more ambient.
Yeah, we've definitely got a theme this evening. We're going main room chill out. Again, it's brave to put ambient on for the URL, and I know there are people out there that absolutely love it. Darren Cole's one of them. Alan Crawford is another one. Gary Baxter is the third. And, you know, if it's done right, I don't mind ambient, but it's got to be done right.
Jonathan says it normally goes on way too much.
Again,
like I'm a digital. Like when I play out, I DJ my own stuff out. I do it with Tractor. I'm unashamed. Sync button using because I don't have to wear headphones. I can bounce about. I can enjoy myself. But I do continually fuck around with my stuff. Like literally, I'm never not fucking doing something with it. And that sort of music lends itself to it because you don't need, when you've got a digital DJ set up in front of you, you just loop up 16 or 32 bars and play around. And it gives you longer to have fun with. So
I've seen Jim in the mix, and he definitely does work. And there are things going on behind the scenes that you know you're not aware of.
I like using tempo changes and stuff, which is why that's why that first came into play, is because trying to keep everything in sync when you're changing things by 10 BPM in the middle of a track in the space of 3 seconds. No, it's not, and you've got to come back in bang on time. It's like, it's not happening. Having said that, I have put up a DJ mix for Noob.
Jonathan says, Lindsay once said something like gratuitous synthy noodling about my stuff, and agreed. Your sounds come on like so much, mate. It really, really has. You now have structured tracks. They now sound like structured tracks. If that last take was a live jam, then that was a track. You could have carried on going on that one.
Don't worry too much about the length. 4.5 to 6.5 minutes is absolutely fine.
I did an hour the other day, and only played 6 tracks.
If you can't get your point across in that that time, then you need to start thinking about your actual construction.
Yeah.
Because like making 7.5 minute tracks was something that was driven by vinyl.
Yes.
Okay, it was driven by the length that they felt the need to get value for money by filling every little space that they could. That's gone out the window because we know now that the further you get towards the middle of the record, the shitter it sounds.
Okay, so this is getting good. Unhinged filth, airy pianos, cool. I'm surprised you're liking it from the stuff that you put in. Darren Cole says we'll be checking this artist out.
It's lovely, but it's a bit of a noodle for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Jonathan Cross, this feels more like a noodle than anything you've ever made, but I get where Lindsay was coming from.
Is Lindsay on?
No, she isn't at the moment. I imagine she is.
She would be properly. This is just a noodle.
Jonathan says, like the chilled out vibe.
She's just nicer about it than me.
See, everybody's saying they love it. It's really weird. Yenti's saying 100 pussies.
Listen to the sound on it. It's beautiful.
It's like wasteland desolate. So it's creating a vibe. Oh, Extinction, yeah, it fits perfectly.
It's that perfect strings and piano mix and the.
Gary Baxter says I was doing 14 minutes a track 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah, all of mine used to come in over 10, 11 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
When I started doing it, it was like I barely get to 3 minutes. I'm like, that's track done.
Wow, everything feels like such a good idea when you first start doing music. You just leave it running for 3 minutes with nothing happening. You're like, look what I did.
This is a fact. Where did that go? Mick Nunn says, hey Clownarmy, I could see this as a good intro or something.
Yeah, this is like one of those Swedish the music they have running all the way through them,
Like very, very well done. Oh, of course, very, very well done. Not my thing. I'm going to give it an 8 for atmosphere because it's definitely got atmosphere. Jim?
I just said it.
Okay, cool.
That's
Excellent.
it, really, I can just imagine it being on one of those very thoughtful, staring off into the
distance. This in the background. It's definitely film score or TV score. I get where you're coming from on that one. Right, we're going to have to move on. This pretension, I should probably sign myself out of that as soon as we're not doing that.
Really
that's
bugging.
Annoying. Yeah, it really is. It does this all the time. Oh, a little bit of Rick and Morty for your asses.
Yeah.
I can't find it now.
The joys of the URL.
Got it. Right, up next is Pretension.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I don't worry, he gets stood on all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Look at the size of him.
Yeah, my niece and nephew came around the other day, ragged him around for about 3 hours. He just slept for 6 hours after that. So funny. Oh, that's so loud. I'm really sorry, people. I'll turn that down. Pretension, people. Pretension.
You're still well in the red there.
No, that's good for this.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where he wants to sit.
Right.
Maybe a little up. You might be right, a little up.
You want to literally go up to the top?
You know, like, as in, like, just clipping it like that. Someone give me some feedback on the sound, please, people.
We're back into the techno again.
Gary Baxter, if you have been affected by any of the issues in tonight's show, call 910 Clown Army. Please do. We're always here to listen. Seriously, yeah. Like someone was like, "Oh, thanks for the talk last night. I'm a beginner and I'd like some information." That's what the URL group is for. You know, we might be a bunch of toss bags half the time,
but cunts. That poor fucking Christian sod asked me to music. I was like, I laughed, but fucking hell, you bunch of cunts. Charlie Ryan in particular, you should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
What did he say? I can't remember.
Can't even remember now, but it
was not nice.
Yeah, no.
It was not nice. But anyway, I'll give you a little bit of background story on this. Somebody put a post up in the URL saying, "Hi there, I'm a Christian. Can you all post Christian music?" And oh my God, it just like you went savage. You went 9th level savage on this poor person, and he just wanted some music. So I had to delete the post. It was savage. But yeah, usually we'll answer questions and stuff.
Please, not all Christians are evil.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of them are, or it seems that way, but
it's not true. It's not true.
They can be a little exclusive, however.
Yes.
Asking for just Christian music might not be the thing to do on such a broad spectrum
of
which I might have brought up.
Yeah.
But seeing as everyone was being so horrible, I just didn't think it would do any good.
I left
Poor guy took it on the chin, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, massively. It was like all respect to him. I can't remember who it was.
Well, I hope he got some respect at the end of it for just putting up with it, you know? It's like, fuck me. It's
So,
like
yeah, that was
taking someone to
savage.
meet my family.
Oh. Anyway, Jen says, great quality on YouTube. Thank you very much. Reg Edit says, yes, fire. You missed your track, my man, and you got good scores. Very good scores.
So who's pretension?
Chris Johns.
Chris Johns. Oh, nice work, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Laura says, sounds like Drum Code or Afterlife release.
Afterlife.
Yeah.
Maybe. That drum code's gone really square at the minute.
Yeah, I've not really listened to
I'm
much.
not a big fan anyway, but just at the minute, oh dear.
Morgan says, yeah, that Christian Tobacco was funny and a bit disappointing at the same time. That's why I had to delete the post, mate. I couldn't, there was no way. It was a touch aggressive for such an innocent comment as far as I can see. That was where I went with it. And
Like, I was going to say to him, you know, like maybe that's a bit exclusive sort of thing. Maybe you should consider other music that fits with your
Somebody
ethics.
else did say that.
Just because someone's not Christian doesn't mean that they're not going to be a beautiful person and agree with your ethics. Because I got where the guy was coming from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so did I.
And I went and had a look at his page and stuff, his profile and that, and was like, well, I do that, But I tend to check sources of things because there's so many fucking fakers out there. You go and look at their profiles and all there is the occasional pic of them with something, and yet all they're doing is commenting on everything. And you're like, so you then espouse your own views on your own page, but you're quite happy to jump on everyone else. Fuck off. Money where your mouth is, or just fuck off.
Gary Baxter says, lovely bit of techno, I agree. Darren Cole says, I was looking for this to add this private. Yeah, but Protension does have some other stuff out there.
Fucking nice switch.
Yeah,
lovely,
honestly,
mate.
write some good stuff. If anything, this was a bit too long. You got a 7-minute long track. This is lovely. The breakdown's lovely. This might have been a bit too long, but it built nicely.
Yeah. But like I just said, you know, that as far as I'm concerned, with the advent of digital, the way that I DJ now, it doesn't matter if a track's only 3 minutes long, because I can make it last a lot longer than that.
DJ tools, you know. Everyone's like, oh, you should go back to vinyl. I'm like, man, I've had some
progress happens to move forwards whether you like it or not, you know. And it's
I've had some horrible times on vinyl where the needles have just been skipping all over the place, and you had to put fucking bits of Rizzler underneath bits to keep it steady.
£45 to have one of my tracks put on a fucking dub plate, and I got it back and took it to the party I was playing at, and it wouldn't play.
Really?
Yeah. I picked it up from the post office on my way to the fucking gig. That's how fine I managed to fucking cut it. Went all the way to Brighton, in the fucking, what was the old theatre called back in the late 90s, early noughties. Big fucking nightclub. And put it on. Kunk, 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 kunk. Kunk, 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 kunk. And I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Good intro, Jim.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of meant to be a switch from trance to techno. This is my early days, man. Yeah. But even then, I'd started writing the music that I wanted to play that I couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah,
Bridging the gap.
Yeah. Engineer agrees with me. I said, I think the beginning should have been more condensed.
I'm going to totally sit over here for a moment.
No problem, Jim. Mick Nunn says, very mixable. Engineer says, I rate it 8, and so does 10mm. Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. Touch long. Break was, switch was lovely.
I really like it.
Yeah, I really, really like it.
Yeah.
Giving it an 8. Could have gone a bit more mental there. But other than that, mate, absolutely beautiful, solid track. Okay, so we have done 14 tracks. Where are we? There we are.
We're in Bristol.
Okay, we got a video with this one, so I will leave you in the capable hands of another RD6 and TD3 jam. Oh, I'm smooth, aren't I? Jesus, that was seamless from the track in. Anyway, I believe that was Robert Squinty Bass, and lovely display of classic acid on an RD. Yeah, Jim's chewing sweets, so we'll give him a minute. I can't comment on that tune too much because I was making a coffee, so I do apologise about that. But I will read some tracks, some comments out here. Laura says
More
this
sort
is
of
nice.
aggressive acid sort of house techno.
Okay, well that's good.
Really basic, but again, it's like that lack of bass line sometimes just leaves the room for you to be able to make that
Aggression.
Yeah,
absolutely. Everybody was loving it. Everybody was loving it. Fire from Dillian. Billy has given it a 9. Gary Baxter says, oh yeah. Gary also says, watch that distortion. So getting good scores. I'm not going to mark it because it would be I caught the last couple of seconds. So anyway, Atomic, the device. But like I say, it was going down well, so people were enjoying it.
Yeah, I am going to carry on eating sweets.
So this is Atomic, the device. Broken dub feel to it. It's intelligent. And I think people are going to compare this to the Aphex Twin. Elements of I've not listened to Boards of Canada or Attacker, as Jim suggests. Yeah, people keep saying this. Gary Baxter says, fucking love this. We are back in the chill out room. We are indeed back in the chill out room, Gary. And Darren Cole liking this one as well. Again, a lot of people in here these days are liking the ambient or more chill out stuff. As Oliver said, the URL has grown up. Yes, it has. Oh, those sweets smell amazing. Was that a green one? Yeah, like the little darker turn. Could have been darker.
He's going to have to do it.
Lara says this is really smart. I do like it a lot. Yeah, he's put some thought and intent over the programming. Yes, Dean Daughters is in the building. It says trippy. Yenty says nice dubby intro. Nice footwork too. Yep, creates a scene. It's now an art piece. Brum says, I love this, and I am not shocked that you said that. And it still works in a club. Yeah, absolutely. It might not. You might be sat down at this point, but yeah, it works in a club. Dean says the low subby bass is hot. 10 Mil says well made. Agreed. Maybe I should actually be watching on YouTube. Would that be the final breakaway from...
Yeah, but then you're saying goodbye to them.
No, because I can still see the comments there.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to have a go on YouTube. Leafy Osman's loving the YouTube experience. He says he's getting no glitch or problems or lag, which is great. Okay, so, yo. I have no idea how liberating that feels.
even if you've just jumped from Facebook to Google.
Yeah. Jim, stop spoiling my fun. Anyway, welcome to YouTube.
My logical brain, it ruins everything.
Yeah, literally, it's frying pan fire or, you know, deep fat fryer. Take your pick.
So whoever gives you the least shit.
Did you see Oliver's post the other day? Oh, I think I'm going to be on Instagram from now on. Facebook's a dumpster fire. So only play Facebook. So again, hilarious. So yeah, on YouTube, actually all on YouTube right now. Feels really weird. Oh my god, the restream bot even shows Facebook on. Excellent.
So you get
from Facebook, yeah.
Oh right, that's awesome.
Yeah, that doesn't happen on Facebook.
YouTube it is.
Yeah, YouTube it is.
YouTube for the win.
Yeah, I like this. It's got attitude. It's moved along. It's got more and more complex. It went a bit wonky. It's nice. Is it happy?
It doesn't really grab me.
No.
But I appreciate it. I think it's a bit. The kind of the basis of it hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean? That same riff's sort of gone all the way through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what he's done is kind of literally we had like half, like not even half of it, like a third of it back here, and elements to it. And now he's filled it out. I think it's really good. Like you say, well, it did kind of feel like the same rhythmical, you know. So it was a bit relentless. I'm still going to give it an 8.
Yeah, nice. Really nice.
Yeah, we like that. Good work. Atomic, I'm going to subscribe. Boom! Because now you have to watch at least 3 minutes of a video before you can subscribe to anybody's YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't like. Yeah. We've tested this out 3 times over the past sort of 2 months or so. Somebody put a post up, I think it was Armando.
I usually just go straight to people and subscribe even if I haven't seen a video.
No, because we did this and we were like, oh yeah, my subscription has jumped up to 100. And they're like, nah, shit, now it's back down to like 75 or whatever it was. It's like, did you all unsubscribe? So we looked into it and apparently you got to watch, I believe it's 3 minutes. It might be a minute and a half, don't quote me. But you have to actually watch their channel to be able to know, which is a bit of a... So that was lovely. Vinny Frey, that was absolutely lovely. We enjoyed that a lot. Oh, Gary, you're up next, mate, with a Facebook link. Oh, it works. There we go. So, bit of random loop generator, people. Oh, I'll just get rid of us or move us to the other side, so... Oh, no.
You're going to have the opposite problem now, aren't you?
We can't play. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, we've got a good buffer on that. Anyway, Gary Baxter, ladies and gentlemen. Random loop generator. Using some very, very classically old kit and the TD3 as well, which is a recreation of that classical old kit. Here you can see him with the TD3 and the MC303. And he's got an E2 just there. I don't know if we still play the drinking game after I say E2, but shut up! That MC303's got a very, very... dated is the wrong word, classic sound, you know? But then I thought of that about the TR-808 that I had to play with, you know? They've got a very classic but dated sound. Morgan Juniper commenting on Facebook says the yellow box. Yes, indeed. And Gary, I gotta say, you were right. I did regret selling my SH32.
I told you would as well.
Yeah, I did regret it. You know when you underestimate a synth for so long because you've just been with it for a while, and then it goes and you're like, shit, man, there's a big hole in my sound. Like a massive fucking hole in my sound. That's what that was. Says I need to look into the TD3. You do indeed. It's possibly the closest acid box that you're gonna get. Lovely Sunday sunny vibe coming off of this one. we're going back to like 84 for that piece of kit, I think. Probably a little bit later than that. Believe, don't quote me on this, but it was the first groove box, one of the first groove boxes, the MC303. I don't think there were too many out.
The wrong person.
Yeah, I don't think there were too many out about at the time as that. Just listen to the acid. Gary loves his acid. Reg Edit says YouTube sounded good my end. Excellent. Gary says, bless you bro, get another. Yeah, I may do down the line, I may do.
Just can't get over how small they are. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
And like the original is maybe a little bit bigger than this one.
Yeah.
So like somewhere in between the two. Somebody literally put a post up in the Behringer group for this. Would you pay more money for better build quality on it? Yeah, you didn't see that, but Jim's face went. It's like Behringer, please stop making affordable synths.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
No.
Although I've said that, the Model D here.
I like it.
Yeah, it feels lovely.
Yeah, I like it.
Feels really well made.
Yeah.
In complete contrast to this thing.
Yeah, which feels really plastic.
Yeah. But there is a price difference.
Yes, there is a price difference. Yes, there is a price difference. Engineer says, get the Avalon. Yeah, the Avalon bassline does look like a bad piece of kit. Bad piece of kit, yeah. It's like a three.
Got a clone.
Well, no, it's a clone that's gone a little bit further. Okay. Oh, really? Crazy. Anyway, that was Gary Baxter, people. That was beautiful. Absolutely lovely
really
piece
nice,
of acid.
Gary.
Yeah, absolutely lovely piece of acid. Looked like you were only using maybe the three boxes there. The E2, the 303 and the thingy. Absolutely lovely for three boxes. Going to give you an 808 on it. I think Jim liked it too.
Yep.
Okay, Fuzzy up next. This is he's submitted this one before. Spaceflight, right, 7 minutes long. You have indeed submitted this one before, Jim. So I'm going to knock you on for 2 minutes. And I was right to do it, right?
I love this whole set.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah, again, this is somebody else who cares about his work. Oh, let's just move us back.
Such a good set.
Well, this is the stuff that Jim put in kind of first to the URL.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And we were like, Jim, this is really good. This is absolutely really good. And then he put his band stuff in that he did from, like a while back, or the album that he's finished. And we were like, is this even the same fucking person, It's filled with melody and harmony and, the comparisons we were getting were like night beach party and, summer vibes and stuff. And it was just such a contrast. Lara saying loving this. Yeah, Gary, stop it. Love the S and H sound. Oh, sample and hold. I thought you were SH32 and me again. Darren Cole says this is slick. Love it.
Proper listening techno to get lost in.
Yeah. Again, big rig. Want a big rig. Oh, that's quite low, isn't it? Oh, it is. Oh, people are barely getting that, sorry. Yeah, it needs to be on a big rig. So if you don't know who Fuzzy is, please hop over to his YouTube channel. Give him a little bit of a subscription. I believe I'm already there. I will go through everybody else in this thread and And subscribe to you all. I'm pretty much sure I'm there for most of you anyway. Gary says no, wouldn't do that to you, mate. Yeah, there's nothing worse than lamenting for a synth you don't have anymore. Or a piece of kit you don't have anymore. Use what you got and be thankful. That's why you don't use it anymore.
Yeah, software has its disadvantages, I'll admit. But
you can pretty much sure you're never going to lose it, you know?
Or sounds or anything else that you do.
Yeah. It's always going to be there. All you got to do is turn it on. It's in one box. Blah blah blah.
Sort of. Don't know. Software presents you with other challenges, like where the fuck did you put those sounds on? What hard drive are these now?
Yeah.
Where are the samples for this fucking song gone? This is my favourite. Is where have the samples for this song gone?
Engineer says I rate this an 8. The White Room says banger. Unhinged Filth says cool.
Unhinged Elf, go watch the whole set because it's part of it's an extract from a live set for the whole fucking thing. Like, it's amazing.
It literally, I'm pretty sure it's takeoff, out into space, mix about in space for a bit, and then the drop back down. Yeah. So I think we're getting possibly one from the end. There's another one where it lands, I'm sure of it. I could be wrong. This could be it. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. Screw it, we'll play the whole thing as Jim. We like Jim. We here at the URL absolutely support Jim Prendergast and Fuzzy. The man travelled all the way down from a long way. I can't remember where it was.
Came over from Ireland to come and see us in Bristol.
Oh, yeah. Did he come from Ireland, did he?
Yeah.
Jesus. I thought he was up north.
Exited into the competition to open up the main room as DJ.
That won.
So I opened up the DJ with a fucking banging set.
Yeah,
He opened up the whole club with a banging set. Opened up the inside.
So yeah, we support Jim a lot. We like Jim.
And not only that, but he was 100% entertainment in person, in the flesh.
He is.
100%.
Really nice guy. Yancy says 100 out of 10. So yeah, that was the conclusion of Fuzzy's space journey, the last full. I think it's in the title, really, isn't it? Funk. Yeah, love it. Again, you can catch Fuzzy at Clownfest 3 in October. Once again, really supporting the man. Does some wonderful work for Clown Army. He is organising the Clown Army for Noob Takeover. And I don't know how he's, like, I didn't want to take it on. It's a monthly thing. Oliver's taken on a weekly thing. Honestly, I don't know how these people do it.
Monday manager. I think he's regretting his decision.
Yeah, I bet he is. The amount of work he's got to do now. He's got to find 12 hours worth of music. It's ridiculous. Jim's only got to find like an hour a month, and I know how stressful that can be, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, big ups. Next up we have... Oh, we've got another Google Drive. That's not good. Oh, wait. Ooh, can we play? Oh,
this is an interesting one to look at.
Matt Dobbs, people.
What are we getting this time? You just don't know. Some very nice electric piano work.
I think I've heard this. Yes, I have. Sick bastard, you catchy cunt. A song about AIDS should not be this chirpy.
Sometimes you just gotta let these things out.
Yes, you just, yeah. It's a cathartic thing, I understand. I'm downloading this puppy.
I'm gonna take this chance to eat some sweets.
It's just...
Sending this to my daughter.
hits. Your rhythmic hits. 80s in a spoon.
Lean back.
Yeah, enjoy it properly. Bill says this is weird. Yeah, welcome to the URL. What were you expecting? Yeah. Darkly catchy.
How to write a song about AIDS.
Yeah, just
That you could enter into the charts.
yeah. People wouldn't care what you're singing about. The hook and the catch is just there. What goes on in your mind? How do you, like, right, I've turned the computer on. Where should we go with this today? A very 80s tune about AIDS. That's where we're going today.
That's where we're going today.
AIDS. Yeah. Okay, Matt Dobbs, 9. I like catch, tune, put dark. I was going to give you a 909, but you can't give a 909 to a track about AIDS. That's that light and fluffy, so you're getting a 9. You weird motherfucker. Jim, you want to say anything about that one?
I think you just said it all, you fucking weird fucker.
Okay, we've got another Google Drive, so let's hope we can play that. Oh, it does look like we can.
People liking their Google Drives.
Yeah, I'm surprised we can actually play them, so I'm liking that.
Well, you would hope so, wouldn't you, really?
Wait. Right, okay. Yeah, no, Matt actually managed to post it himself, even though, like, 2 seconds before, Darren Cole says, posting for Matt Dobbs because he struggles with everything. So, moving swiftly on, Stickness. Oh, we might get a couple more tracks in this evening. Okay, I want to remind Stickness has been making music for a year. That is it. Definitely in the chill out section.
No!
Oh,
the spinning circle of doom!
It might be because of that. Oh no, I didn't open in another window. Plum.
Can you not just press back and go back to where you were?
I think so, yeah. We'll find out in a minute.
Right, it does say chillax, so okay, I might have to eat my words there.
I'm going to keep it as a small window, people, just in case. We've not seen this style from him before, I don't think. Oh, haha. Went over to Warren's a couple of weeks back and he was like, oh, I've just come back from Styx's house. I gave him some homework. Ooh, it's paid off.
Nice tricky rhythm to start with, like that.
I'm really, really impressed with how quickly he's getting to grips with things. And making some beautiful music. You're making music that is technically more stunning than mine.
Classic electro beat there.
Proves that Stephen knows music and knows what he likes. Oh, Matt, the track was amazing. The subject matter was ridiculous. So yeah, please put some more in, fella. That was lovely.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a weird switch up. 10 Mil says he likes a nice wobble. Carly Delbridge is here.
Going on with that. Hey, Carly.
And she says, this sounds lovely through my headphones. Yeah. Oh, it's an 8-minute track. Dude. DJ Matrix, I like this. Lara says this is fun. It really is. And I don't know if you've been following his progress, but there's always been something when we're like, oh no, you need to adjust this, you need to tweak that, you need to move this, or you need to do that.
This sounds like someone who knows where they're at.
That's exactly what I was about to say. This doesn't sound like we need to say any of that. Yenti, loving it. 100 licks on my own balls because I'm a cat and I'm a mean cunt. Love it.
No, because I'm a cat, I mean cunt.
I don't read
licks
very
on
well.
your own balls because you're a cunt doesn't make any more sense than what you said, did it really?
No. Gary Baxter, this is cool, dope beats, I agree. Oh. I do like all the additions you've made. The little switch up you did here was a bit different.
Tell me you don't want one.
I want a green one.
These are good shit, people. These are really good shit.
Oh, it's a strawberry.
I can feel the death as I'm eating them.
Mick Nunn says B-boy tune. That's who the light worm is then, is that right? Oh, I'll find out in a minute. Engineer says 8.5 so far. I'm inclined to agree with you actually.
Really nice.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Really nice bit of work.
Jennifer Stevens says delicious. What a great word to use.
Those sweets were, thanks.
And Dean Daughters says nice. And if you're getting a nice off Dean Daughters, then you're definitely on the right track. Stephen, you're raging up the charts as far as production is concerned. You really are.
You've only been writing for a year. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. And literally, he's only got his hands on Ableton or similar, like within the last 3 months or something ridiculous. Yeah. He was using some sort of free package software before, I believe. 10 Mil says 9.5. Yeah, I agree. Did I mark it? I don't think I did. Gonna give you an. It would be cruel to give you anything less than a 9 because of where your last track was. Section below. No, not quite. Where your last track was and where this track was. Absolutely stunning. Jim, you want to say a few words?
Wicked. I really like that.
Oh.
Keep going, dude. Keep going.
Okay, yeah, Unhinged Filth, you're up next. Yeah, we've got time to do a few more. We are now 20. So let's go. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, 3 more tracks and that'll do. Excelente. And that will be roughly 9:45. That'll be brilliant. Boom, boom, boom.
Straight in with the terror.
Might have to go change my pants.
I might have to go piss.
Wake me up.
I'm all about the sound of the music.
Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Boom.
Prime says I peeped my pants. Next guy says, nice and relaxing. The Unhinged Filth does not do that. Jennifer will buy that for $1. Again, when I can get you all into fulfilled, we'll have this guy end the show. Reg Edit is even loving this, and like, he made some funky breaks. Tim Bill says this is cutting edge. It's crazy! So apparently this is to do with the raves that went on in Wales, and the woman was like, oh, I could have just done boom, boom, boom all night. Apparently that's what this is. Fuzzy said I wanted to go boom, boom, boom for a little longer. Yeah, that is only three minutes. I definitely feel there was some crazy coming in that. Your artist name, mate, is absolutely perfect for the type of music that you put in. Unhinged Filth fits perfectly, you know. Gonna give you a solid 8 on that one. Would have liked to see it a bit longer and go a little bit more crazy. However, I think you did really, really well with it. Okay, now this is a name I've not seen before, so. Oh no, it's Lara. I just didn't recognise the name. Vutal, yes, I remember it now. Lara. Name down here, I can't remember the last name.
Lara Stavlo.
There we go. Oh, okay. I want you to tear me apart here. I'm thinking of having a female vocalist for a couple of minutes do some harmony notes for the break part, just over the piano arc. What length would you like? I was thinking maybe 6 to 7. How does the mix sound? Mastered myself. How is the relation between the kick, bass? Does there need to be any more variation? Are the sounds unique?
Wow.
Too generic. Yeah, okay, so that, like, looking like, I'm sure the last track you put in, it was a hip-hoppy type track, and it went down a storm. I'm sure that was you.
We're not on the ideal rig to sort of tell you properly about production here, really, to be honest.
No, that's very true. I'm sure I remember your early stuff, and it was very frantic. This seems to be a lot more spaced. It's still kind of frantic, but it's still spaced.
I will say, if you want to put any vocals on that, you're going to need to back off on those synths quite a lot to make them audible. And also on your, I can see just from the waveform there, but I can hear it, the amount of compression and limiting you're using. If you want to get vocals in there as well, that's going to really affect the rest of the sounds when you put the vocals in, when you've got so much sound going on. Yeah. If you're going to work with vocals, the ideal thing is to really have the vocals first.
Yes, that's very true.
Give someone a really basic, really empty structure for them to work with to write their song,
and then build up from that.
Build the song around.
Unfortunately, that's not what happened in this case. I can see a vocal over it, but like Jim says, there might be a lot of other stuff going on.
To take a lot of elements out, to make room for that vocal.
Yeah, I can hear a female vocal in there though, no problem. Oh, what are people saying?
Very prominent synths, but because you've got like a big floppy kick, it won't cut through a mix when you've got a lot of sounds going on. You want a nice short, punchy, sharp sound for your kick. Yeah. That will then leave a bit of room for your bass, and if you sidechain your bass underneath that kick when you've got big long tones going on like that, not only will it add a bit of movement to your bass, but it'll mean that your kicks still come through. If you then add your snare to the sidechain feed, so it's being ducked underneath your kick and your snare, that quite nice snare that you've got going on there. Again, I would say it's a little bit flappy. So the snare, you want to bring the mid-range up and cut that decay down on that make it more snappy. Because
Okay.
shorter sounds will cut through a mix. If you've got a lot of sound going on, longer sounds, like drum
Tails.
sounds, will just get lost.
Right, well, I am going to mark you on the track itself. I'm going to give you an 808 on the track itself, although the track itself was really, really good. It stands up on its own as a track. Variation, yeah, I think you got kind of enough variation going on in there. A vocal will certainly lift that variation more, and
It will
roll
also
it on.
give you something to build a structure around.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like Jim, yeah, the structure, like, literally,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pull some of those elements out because they're all full and they're all the way through the track. If you're gonna put the vocal in, you're gonna need to drop some of those lines so that you can actually hear, or so the vocal does what Warren calls a call and response with the synth. So
Yeah.
boom, 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 that kind of thing. Call and response. So good track. Love your progress. I'm pretty sure you were putting stuff in that was really full on and really all the way through. But that's thought out. It's good track. Okay, next up.
Sometimes it's about learning what to leave out
Than actually putting
and
it
how
in.
to bring it in, how to tease its way in,
Yeah.
rather than just putting
Slap
it
it.
straight in there.
Yeah.
Do you filter it in? Do you just play a couple of notes out? Next few bars, you play a couple more notes
notes on
and
the
then
melody, yeah.
and then gradually build in the melody like that.
That's what this is bringing to the party.
Yeah.
I can have 16 different variations on the same synth.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Doesn't
like
it make a difference?
Yeah, it's like freedom. It literally is. Honestly, I'm like, so I now essentially have six new synths and 16 variations on each of those synths. Really? Oh my god. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's where I am in my production at the moment, is trying to build tracks within that to make things more dynamic and better.
Structured
Yeah, and structured.
more
Yeah.
variation,
Yeah.
and every bit of variation you can add is great. you
Yes,
know?
yes, yeah.
It's not just about building a solid beat. It's about being able to drop little bits in at the end of every 4 bars, at the end of every 8 bars, at the end of every 16 bars, then the end of every 32 bars, and then you've got
yeah. And this is something I'm learning from Warren.
So I used to build a lot of my stuff in things like trackers and Cubasis. So I'm using hardware, but I'm sort of sequencing with software, and then a bit later on, Propellerhead did Rebirth RB338.
That was my first software.
And yeah, I built loads of songs in that thing. I'll bring some in. I'll bring some in.
Yeah, do it.
I'll
Do
bring
it.
a couple
Do it.
in
Do
and
it.
play them, and they're directly just recorded straight from that. So no
Really?
mastering, no nothing. Yeah,
That would be cool. I'd love to hear some of those actually, Jim. Really old software, like almost
really
the original
old.
software.
Just before Reason. So I think this is stuff I was doing in about '98.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how heavily I was into dance music in '98.
Oh, I was pretty heavily into it.
No, I went the metal indie dance.
Oh, I'd done that already and gone back again. Yeah.
Right, people, this is officially the end of the 18th Shoutout. I want you to take 5 minutes to thank my guest Jimmy Scavenger for taking the time out of his day.
5 minutes? Ain't gonna take that long. Thank you. Just a couple of seconds will do.
For taking his time out of the day to come and rant music to you guys, and hopefully somewhere in there have been some pearls of wisdom that somebody can use in some way to aid themselves in their production. If not, we've listened to some great tracks.
Yeah. There's been some good shit.
It's been very techno. It's been very techno, sprinkled with some chill out ream. Not a problem.
What's not to
like. So yeah, I'm quite glad that tonight we have been in a techno room. It's been a while since we've had like a full-on techno. I did wonder if any techno producers are still out there.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder the same. It's like, I'm a dying breed, aren't I? I was already a niche market within a niche market, but now it's like a dying breed as well.
Yeah.
God, there's only got to be 5 of us left.
Literally sharing our tunes between each other. I like this too. I like this too.
Top stuff, it literally is literally on Facebook. If you just look at my feed when it comes to the music, it's about 5 people.
Yeah, this is true. 10 Mil says I had fun. Thank you very much. Engineer says, can I post the link here? Not quite. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Basically, what happened? Wait, hold on. I can do this. There we go. There are the rules. Okay. So there are the rules for entering a track to the URL. And then then now we'll be doing the shout out on YouTube, and the shout out will go out once every 2 weeks, and we split the submissions over 2 shows. So there's roughly 45 tracks in the thread tonight. So I'm going to guess there's going to be a few more by next week. So 50, we're at 25 now. So that's how it works. And there's a video that you can post it to. I'll show you that now. This reminds me of Fuzz's track that he put in, a bit techno-y. So this is the video on YouTube that if you can post your links to, that would be great, and we will pick them up next week when we do part 2. I'll just leave you in the comfortable hands of
Anacron.
I'm glad you heard, Jim. I'd like to hear a bit more punch.
Yeah, kick in particular.
As far
lovely, snappy, nice highs.
Yeah, yeah. The rest of it is fine, but it's the kick.
It's like a dub.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, he is using a Volca sample and possibly a Digitag.
See, if you've got a sampler, right, why ain't you got a fat kick on one of them that you can just trigger?
Yeah. And to be fair, it's a pyramid. It's pyramid. Can't remember what they would call them. Squarp, pyramid, squarp. Is it squarp? Cricklon? One of the two. Okay, for very limited kit, good track. I will say that. Oh no, don't do that. Yes, for very limited kick, good track. Let's just have that back up. So that's who he was. Touch, repetitive. A little bit minimal.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with touch repetitive.
Nothing
minimal
wrong with that.
Like it.
Like for me, like minimal doesn't mean it has to be light.
No, it doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've done plenty of minimal stuff when like really slow as well, 120 BPM, but it still gets people dancing.
Yeah, hard snails.
Yeah.
So for limited kit, I'm going to give you like an 8 on it, but I did want to see, like we said, the kick just a little bit bigger. So that's it, people. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of another show. It has been wonderful.
Big love, y'all.
Yes, thank you very much. Like I say, the move over from Facebook to YouTube has gone absolutely swimmingly. Like I said earlier, notice an opportunity when it pops up, and this is the perfect time to do it. So once again, if you could thank my co-host Jimmy the Scavenger, all the people that put in the tracks this evening, and everybody that has watched, regardless of where you are. If you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, thank you all so very, very much for your contribution to the show this evening.
Yes, people.
So
amazing music.
It has been amazing music tonight. It's been very, very techno as well. It's been a while since we've had an all techno show. Right then, people, I am going to leave you with Bad Girl again, as I leave you with Bad Girl every week until it gets released. So this is mine and Warren's version, and then the original version will be up next as well. Me and the Jimmy Scavenger are off, and we will see you next week, or whenever the Jimmy's on next.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, people.
Take care, yo.
Bye-bye.
Underneath you's where I like to be. On top if you put me on the leash. I'd get to know you but I can't get over me. Age, sex, location, tell me please. I kinda like that you think that I'm a freak. I've worked hard to protect my technique. As nice, I might let you come and see. You look the best when you're down there on your knees. I'm a bad girl, 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 girl. I'm a bad girl, 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 girl. And I know like a real bad girl, girl, girl. I'm a bad girl, 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 girl. You're so good, I like it good. I can show you back, yeah. If you show me good, good, good. I can show you back, bad, bad. If you show me good, good, good. I like it bad, good. I like it bad, good, good. I like it, I like it bad, I like it bad, good. I like it, I like it bad, like it bad, good. I like it, I like it bad, like it bad, good. I like it, I like it bad, like it bad. Underneath you's where I like to be. On top if you put me on the leash. I get to know you but I can't get over me. Age, sex, location, tell me please. I kinda like that you think that I'm a freak. I worked hard to protect my technique. As nice, I might let you come and see. You look the best when you're down there on your knees. I'm a bad girl, 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 girl. I'm a bad girl, 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 girl. And I know like a real bad girl, girl, girl. I'm a bad girl, girl, girl. You're so good, I like it good. I can show you back, yeah. If you show me good, good, good. I can show you back, bad, bad. If you show me good, good, good. I like it bad. Underneath you. On top, on top, on top, on top. I'd get to know you and get over me. Age, sex, location, sex.